it going, everyone? Mega Metagross here, woo! And I present you guys with another Pokemon Showdown showcase featuring Team Central. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So you see him on the other side. My opponent leads off a Landorus Theory, and I lead off with my Gliscor. And I'm thinking, okay, this is probably a defensive set. So I set up in Stealth Rocks, knowing I can outspeed him. He goes for the knockoff, knocks off my Toxic Orb. I'm like, alright, cool. I can outspeed you, so I'm going to taunt you next turn so you can't set up your Stealth Rocks. And of course, he can't set up, he can't really do anything to me. So he switches into his Alakazam. I go for the Stone Edge just to get some damage off. And this is what I didn't see coming. A Hidden Power Ice Alakazam. What the fuck? So I sent out my Metagross, knowing that I can take his ass out with a Tough Claws boosted Bullet Punch upon Mega Evolving. But he switches out into Zapdos. Good prediction on his play, but it doesn't pay off for him very long because get this. Ice Punch, and that completely destroys Zapdos. So that puts me in a pretty good advantage right now. So he brings out his Landorus Styrian, and then that's when I go for the Ice Punch, and surprisingly enough, doesn't take him out. I'm like, what the fuck? And of course, his Earthquake doesn't take my ass out because I'm bulky as all hell. So of course, he switches out, goes into his Azumarill. I didn't see that coming. I thought that he was going to possibly sack his Landorus, but I'm like, no, I can't lose my Mega Metagross that early. So I go into my mandatory Testicle, the Manaphy, and he goes for the Waterfall, and that does quite a bit for it being a resistant hit. So, of course, you know, I'm still hanging out there strong, and then I go for the Energy Ball. He switches into Alakazam. It doesn't take him out, and it doesn't really do that much damage either. So I go into my Perfect Cell, predicting a Psychic, and of course, my Perfect Cell takes that pretty nice. Goes for the Psyshock, and of course it's going to take out Alakazam, because that base 45 defense isn't very good. And in comes Azumarill. And I go for the Psyshock. Doesn't quite take him out. That's okay, though. He goes for the Play Rough, takes me out. That's fine. The setup is in my hands now. I go into my Mega Metagross. He switches out. Goes back into his Landorus Styrian. Gets the Intimidate drop. I go for Bullet Punch, and I take him out. And then he brings out his Porygon Z. And get this. I take him out with a Meteor Mash. Critical hit. And then in comes Heracross. Take his ass out with Zen Headbutt. Man, oh man. Metagross with 8 limbs. He needs to have a broom for each of them limbs. He's like an angry janitor on speed. Oh man. Like, the opponent forfeited me the victory, and it was a great game, great battle, but wow. This right here just showcases, when the time is right, how deadly Mega Metagross can be. So, that's really all I gotta say about this video. I hope you enjoyed this short but epic little battle. I hope you guys have a good one. I shall see you guys next upload. Woo!